Welcome to Woodland Permaculture. I'm Jenny Wood, and today Alexander and I are going to be working again on my compost piles. I've had a bit of a problem with them. This one over here, which was my first one and was bigger, has gone cold. The second one was still a little warm the last time I turned it, but I was really hoping to have good hot compost so I could compost it fast and make some fast compost. So I went to my favorite Facebook group, Permaculture Women, and asked the women on that Facebook page what I could do. And most of the suggestions focused on adding more carbon, which has always been a problem, and making it bigger. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I went out and gathered another pile of leaves, and also to make it bigger, I think I'm going to combine the two compost piles. So I'm going to make them into one big compost pile. Hopefully with the carbon, some of the extra food scraps and stuff that I'm adding today, it will be big enough to get hot again and really start composting some stuff. I have a couple of extra special things for my compost pile today. I've got some coffee grounds, and I've got a little can. Over there I have a can of just like that much beer. I found it when I was collecting the leaves, and I thought, hey, I've heard that beer is good for compost piles, so let's dump that in there. I also have one other special ingredient. I've been trying to do sourdough. Everybody's doing sourdough these days in the COVID-19. And so every time I dump out some starter, I've been saving it. I'm going to add that to my compost pile. And I'm really hoping that fermentation is going to help my compost. I hope so, because my starter is not doing well. It's just not rising anymore. So that's what I'm going to do today. You get to watch me. Before I do that, I have two things to show you real quick. So the first thing to show you is over here. Do you see that big empty space in the shadow? That's where the shed used to be, and now the shed and the concrete slab are gone. I paid a guy to come out here and break up that concrete slab. And the second thing I'm going to show you is my pile of concrete blocks. All the rubble, you see all that rubble over there by the fence? That came from that concrete slab. And you're wondering, what in the world? Why did she keep all that concrete slab, all that rubble? And it's because I'm going to use it in my permaculture garden for what they call urbanite, which is kind of like a patio or a walkway, and you make it out of these big chunks of concrete, and then in between, in the cracks, you plant very low growing perennials and greens, like ground cover in between, so that it's a really lovely pathway. So one of the permaculture principles, don't waste, and keep all that stuff on your site. That's what I'm going to try and do with all that concrete. I have a bunch more concrete I'm going to need to demolish too, so we'll see if that's what I do with it too. All right, here we go. I'm going to re-angle my camera for the rest of this so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I've got my handy dandy pitchfork and I'm ready to go. Oh, you might notice I'm barefoot. I recently saw a great YouTube video by Rob Greenfield that promotes going barefoot, so I'm giving it a try. Here we go. All right, here's my sourdough starter. Yum, yum. here, right in the middle. Giant supercharged pile of compost. I wish it were taller. I can never seem to get it very tall no matter how much stuff I put on it. But I'm going to try what they call the Berkeley method, which I just learned from one of my permaculture women. And she said the Berkeley method means you let it sit for 4 days and then you flip it every 2 days after that for 14 days and it should be compost. So we'll see how it goes. But the last thing I need to do before I go is water it down. Always got to make sure it's got water and air and oxygen in there, which really helps the chemicals to permaculture and ferment and all the great stuff it's supposed to do in there. All right, guys, you have a good day. Four days later, my compost has really been cooking up to 120 degrees inside. From now on, I'm going to flip it every other day for 14 days, and let's see what it looks like inside now. Oh, look at that. Lots of black and bugs in there. Looking good. Oh, look at all those bugs. Around here they're called cockroaches, but to me they're just eating up my compost pile. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look how it's got all that white in there, which I think is a fungus that's helping you eat it up. It is looking good in there. If we can get down deeper. Oh man, it smells musty. It doesn't smell rotten at all. It smells nice and like earthy. Again, the goal is to put the outside on the inside and the inside on the outside. Oops, there's a cap. Take that out. Ooh, I can feel how hot it is in there. Okay, good. So hopefully you can see in there how good that's getting. Let's bring it up a little closer. There you go. Look how black that is. Now I know a lot of it was already kind of black, but now it's really getting good. So we'll check back in on this in about 14 days. I'll let you know what happens. All right, have a great day. Bye.